A nuclear device disappeared in the Himalayas. Not in enemy territory, not in the ocean, not inside a secret military base. It vanished on one of the most dangerous mountains on Earth. The device contained radioactive plutonium, and nearly 60 years later, nobody knows where it is. Some believe it lies buried beneath snow and ice. Others think it was crushed by avalanches long ago. Nobody can say for certain. But one thing is clear. Somewhere high in the Himalayas, a strange secret from the Cold War may still be waiting. Most people have never heard this story. Yet it involves the CIA, Indian intelligence, China's nuclear program, and nearly 2 pounds of missing plutonium-238 that were never recovered. It sounds like something from a spy movie. But it actually happened. And it all began with fear. During the 1960s, the Cold War had divided the world. The United States and the Soviet Union competed for power. Nuclear weapons had changed everything. But another country had started to worry American intelligence agencies: China. In 1964, China successfully tested its first nuclear weapon. For the United States, this changed the balance of power in Asia. American officials wanted information about future Chinese nuclear tests. But gathering that information was difficult. Satellites were limited. Spy planes had risks. China was secretive. The CIA needed another solution, a solution that would send them to the highest mountains on Earth. The CIA needed a new plan. High in the Himalayas stood Nanda Devi, one of the tallest mountains in India. American intelligence believed it could become the perfect observation point. If special equipment could be placed high enough, it might intercept signals and monitor Chinese nuclear activity. But the mission could not be carried out by the CIA alone. It became a secret partnership between the CIA and India's Intelligence Bureau. Experienced climbers were selected, supplies were prepared. A dangerous operation was about to begin. The mission had a name: Operation Hat. Its purpose was simple: climb the mountain, install the equipment, watch China. But mountains do not care about plans. Even fewer people knew what they would be carrying. The surveillance system needed electricity for years. Ordinary batteries would never survive the freezing temperatures and extreme conditions. The answer was plutonium-238. Several radioactive capsules were placed inside a compact generator. Together, they produced electricity that could power the device for years. For intelligence officials, it seemed like the perfect solution, because this was not an ordinary machine. It required something far more dangerous. The device was powered by plutonium. In the autumn of 1965, American and Indian climbers began their journey. They fought freezing temperatures, powerful winds, and thin air. Step by step, they climbed higher into one of the harshest environments on Earth. Failure was not supposed to be an option, but nature had other plans. As the team approached the summit, weather conditions rapidly worsened. Powerful winds and heavy snowfall made climbing increasingly dangerous. Soon, the team faced a terrible choice: continue climbing and risk death, or turn back. The mission had to be abandoned. Carrying the heavy equipment back through the storm was nearly impossible. So the climbers made a decision they believed was temporary. They secured the equipment to the mountain and planned to return the following year. A decision that would haunt them for decades. The storm changed everything. Months later, the team returned. They expected the device to be waiting exactly where they had left it. It wasn't. The platform was gone. The ropes were gone. The generator was gone. Everything had disappeared. Nobody knew what had happened. Some believed an avalanche had swept the equipment away. Others thought snow and ice had buried it deep inside the mountain. Search teams tried to locate the missing generator. Nothing. They searched again. Nothing. The radioactive power source had vanished. Imagine losing a nuclear-powered device on one of the highest mountains on Earth. That was exactly what had happened. The mountain had won. A nuclear device had disappeared. As years passed, another concern began to emerge. Nanda Devi feeds directly into the Ganges River system. More than 400 million people depend on those waters. Scientists and officials started asking uncomfortable questions. What if the plutonium capsules were damaged? What if radioactive material leaked into the rivers? What if contamination spread downstream? Fortunately, no major radioactive leak has ever been confirmed. But uncertainty remained, because nobody knew where the generator was, and nobody knew what condition it was in. The mystery had only grown deeper. Despite the failure, intelligence agencies refused to give up. A second device was later installed on nearby Nanda. This time, the mission succeeded. Even more importantly, the second generator was eventually recovered. The first one was not. The contrast only made the mystery more frightening. The world moved forward. The Cold War continued. Governments changed, and most people forgot. But the mountain remembered. Still missing for years, the entire operation remained secret. Then in 1978, Indian mountaineer and expedition leader M.S. Kohli wrote about the mission. The story reached the press. People were stunned. The CIA had lost radioactive material inside the mountains of India. Even worse, both governments initially denied parts of the story. The revelations created controversy. Many people were furious that radioactive material had been placed inside the Himalayas without public knowledge. Questions were raised. Could the device still be intact? Was it trapped beneath glaciers? Could melting ice reveal it one day? Or would it remain hidden forever? Nobody knows. That is what makes this story so fascinating. Some mysteries are solved within days. Others survive for generations. And mountains are patient. They keep secrets for centuries. Nobody knows where it is. Nearly 60 years have passed. The Cold War ended. Technology changed. Empires changed. But somewhere beneath snow, rock, and ice, a strange secret may still be waiting. History remembers wars. History remembers revolutions. History remembers victories. But sometimes, history loses things. And sometimes, those things are never found again. A nuclear-powered device disappeared in the Himalayas. Its exact location remains unknown. No confirmed contamination has ever been discovered. Yet the mystery continues. Because somewhere high above the clouds, hidden beneath one of the most dangerous mountains on Earth, a forgotten piece of the Cold War may still be waiting. A nuclear device disappeared in the Himalayas, and nobody ever found it. Subscribe to Pasterex for the hidden side of history, forgotten mysteries, and the stories most people never hear.